Hello everybody, welcome back to Bedrock Survival with Fix. Almost forgot to talk right off the top. And you can see the world's loading in because I am just settling in to do some building and some recording, and I have some plans. Today, speaking of plans, is what we're probably doing today. We're probably doing a big planning session with a possible bit of a grind for the river, depending on how that works out. I do want to continue my little docks project that I started. If you missed last episode, we started some giant docks here. I think they're going to be really, really cool. This is phase 1 of about 20 to get these docks happening, but yeah, I think it's pretty good. What I want to do today is I have some cobble and some stone, and what I want to do is I want to basically plan where the city walls, phase 2 of the city walls, are going to be and the shape of them and all that kind of stuff. So what I'm thinking is we are going to be coming over the sugarcane farm, and I'm kind of thinking we go about midway from this tower to back there. So maybe like right about here-ish could be a nice little overpass sort of situation that you could be walking through. I think that'll be cool. So what we're going to do, let's see. We are going to go up. How high? Like, I don't even know. Like maybe it doesn't really matter. I can just kind of eyeball it. Oh, wait a second. Hold the phone. I didn't really think about this. This is going to be higher than that wall. Yeah, that's not something I really considered. Hold on, can I do it where it's not higher than the wall? I can just barely. So let's do that. Let's do that. We'll come right across from right here. So we're gonna go right over. Oh boy, almost fell. We're gonna go right over across here, and oh, you know what? I should count because I do want to have this kind of even. So from the center point, it's going to be. I'm gonna count. Let's take a look at this and see if it's going to work at that low of a height, which is not really what I had intended. But, yeah, I think it'll work, because I'm just thinking we're just going to have a little bit of an arc. So we'll have a little arc coming up here, get really thin in the middle, and then coming down to what will eventually end up being a tower. So, cool. Okay, let's lay out the tower together here. And then probably what we'll have to do is we'll have to do some sort of, like, wall that's going to go and just connect right up to the sugarcane, something in that area. And this is very, very temporary for right now. So here we go. We're going to go, let's see, this is the center point. So we got 1, we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That'll be way too big. Let's go back because I forgot this is the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 including the middle. I think that makes sense, right? That's 5. Yeah, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we can go and make a square out of that. Okay, that should be all right. I think I did it. I think I laid out a nice little area for the walls. Now, you know, in the Realm of Vasten, the SMP that I play on, we always talk about doing walls sort of last. That way you can just figure out where all the buildings are going to be and then do the walls. The reason is because we don't know how many buildings we're going to build or if people's interest is going to wane and all that kind of stuff. But I can say in this world, my interest is not going to wane because it'll take as long as it takes to get done, and it'll get done. So, yeah, I think this is a nice little shape for the walls. As you can see, it's a major expansion compared to what's going on over there. There's a lot more room for builds and all that kind of stuff. So this is going to be very, very, very cool. Now, I'm not really planning on jumping into the walls right now or anything. I think the next thing I want to do probably is a little bit of river work, but of course, it's time to sleep. I'm feeling good about this. I just took down all the trees that were sort of along here, and I'm just kind of walking around here and looking at this river and just trying to figure out exactly what the plan is, because if you follow this river along, you can see that it goes pretty far. It goes the whole way out to the ocean right here. So if I do anything, here's going to be the problem. If I start anything over here on the docks, then it's got to continue the whole way, and some of that, frankly, is not going to make sense if I like for example, if I use stone bricks here on the side, right? Like if I say I peel back to right about here, and I make it so it's wide, it's just like 7 or 8 blocks wider. Then I use stone blocks on the side. That's going to be great here. It's going to look really good here because we could make the stone blocks come up and maybe even have the docks go right up to it, and you could imagine little ships carrying some supplies and stuff going that way. But the problem is, after I get past these walls that are right about here, then what? Like, then over here, this is, I imagine, going to be probably more cropland and stuff. And then it's going to start to look kind of silly, right? Like, you can't have stone walls going off here. It would just look kind of dumb on the crop. So if we start it, cool. How do we end it? I mean, I guess the answer would be probably end it right here with where the wall is, and maybe do like a diagonal gate or something. Something along those lines, I think, that we could probably do. I mean, either way, if we make the river wider, we're going to have to make it wider the whole way. So I think I'm going to do that at least, because right now, river is so narrow that it doesn't really make sense. I think this eventually may end up being a bit of a bay. It's supposed to be a river, but like the land sort of gets a little shallow there. So I don't know. We'll do something in there, because I want to leave that. I think that could be a really fun little area to build around. But for right now, what we're going to do is we're going to widen all this. We're going to widen this the whole way from the ocean, the entire way back to the wall. So a little bit of a project here, but I did set up a little bit of a fixed storage monster over there on the walls. You see it right over there? Is it not rendering in? Oh, there it is. Ha! Yeah, my storage monster. This little bitty project that I started with these docks has kind of grown into something a little bit bigger. I am now, as you can see, back here in the Nether, because it's occurred to me that I really need, my looting sword. Oh, I came to the Nether without my looting sword. Oh man, it's quite a journey too. Oh, I'm very sad about that. Let me see if maybe is there any chance I'm gonna get one with my non-looting axe here? No, right? Nope. I'm gonna have to go back. Oh crap. All right then, that was not a bad trip at all. Didn't take very long, and I got 9 skulls. I really enjoy Wither Skull hunting in Bedrock Edition. I know I seem to be turning into a bit of a Bedrock apologist, where I'm like, yeah, Bedrock's great, everyone. But man, there's so much hate on Bedrock. Anyway, but yeah, it's nice. It's not like the unbearable grind that is Java, which is just. I mean, I find Java Wither Skull hunting just to be really tedious, because you spend all your time not killing but just running around. And I like the Bedrock thing. There's a lot of them that spawn, and the drop rate isn't that much different, I don't think, but there's just so many you can actually just go in combat and have fun and kill. It's pretty fun. All right then, it's time to get back, and I'm going to have to run out here real quickly here and grab, I think, a little bit of soul sand. I don't know that I have any for sure, and I want to make sure that I don't go back empty-handed. So let me grab some of this. I think there's a soul sand valley like right over here. I'll grab some of this and I'll meet you back in the end, I guess. We'll make some get some wither skeletons here. Oh, look. Oh, this is where that is. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Looks like we're doing a Spaceship Rocket test, doesn't it? A little bit? Kind of looks like a Spaceship Rocket test. Yeah. I'm a wuss. I'm a wuss. I killed the wither right here. It's all right. Yep. That's not too shabby. 3 more beacons. You know, I was thinking back to a Spawn Chunks episode from our good friends Johnny and Joel, and just remembering how they were talking about other uses for a wither star. Yeah, you know, this game needs that. It really needs another use for a wither star or 2 or 3. Like, I don't know if it'd be, I don't know, like maybe, I mean, I hate to say like a super beacon because that's still kind of a beacon, but yeah, I don't have a great answer for it, but maybe like a super weapon, or maybe you can upgrade your weapon, you know, with a really great enchant, you know, that only a wither star can do. I don't know. I don't have a really great plan, but yeah, I think it's a really solid idea. It needs something. So what I'm doing with these 3 more beacons is I'm going to increase the total of beacons under the mountain to 5. So I have enough that I don't have to move them anymore, because I'm kind of over moving them. So I'm going to head out to the Beauty and the Beast castle. Man, it's looking really cool. The Beauty and the Beast castle over here, and pick up all of my iron probably. I need to get, what do I have to get? 4, like I'll have to get 5 stacks plus 8. 5 stacks and 8 blocks of iron. I probably have enough, or close to it, I think. I was just getting bummed out. Because I only had enough for 2 beacons and like 2.5. But then then I remembered that I have this beacon right here, which is no longer a beacon, just a beacon base. So should be good. Starting to look good. It's starting to look good. So we have the river. This is going to be the city side of the river. All sort of, well, the beginnings of being worked out. Obviously, it looks like crap underneath the water there, but that will be good enough soon here. But I want to take a look at the size of these little walkways, because I did do walkways on both sides of the river. I thought that would be kind of nice. Then I'll actually put the buildings sort of around that. So let's take a little bit of fly around and just take a look at this layout. Yeah, you can see this expansion of this city is going really, really nicely. So yeah, I think that probably the next step in this is probably going to be to sort of lay out roads and lay out a city square. I'll tell you one thing that I had plans to do is I had plans to build a big cathedral. I really want to build a big cathedral, like I'm feeling it. I want to do that, but I can't build it here. I can't build it here, and there's a lot of reasons why. I want to build a giant cathedral, and giant cathedral, it would be bigger than that castle. It'd be bigger than this castle, or at least roughly the same as this castle. And I think it would be so tall, it kind of dwarf the mountain. And I think that's going to really, really take a lot away from this. So I can't do it in this city right here. Now, as you know, we're going to be expanding basically forever. So maybe cathedral like over there or over there. Yeah, sure. But we're just too close to the castle, too close to the mountain, too close to, well, the other castle and the other castle and the other castle. There's a lot of castles, but we're just too close to it to do that right now. But I'm very happy with the way this looks so far for the shape of the docks. I'm really glad that I went with an organic shape and no straight lines here. I think I did go with primarily straight lines, though not XZ straight lines, but like diagonals and things that are straight on the castle walls, except for right dead ahead, like right there. That's sort of a curve. It starts going directly west. This is north, by the way, up there. So directly west and then bends south. Other than that, all of these are straight. So I think the straight lines with the castle are going to work really well to sort of play off of the really, really, really curvy lines of the docks, which I think is going to work really well for all the boats as well. So, you know, I plan on having probably, I don't even know, 5 or 6 or 7 boats out here eventually, just sort of all along the harbor, headed out to sea. This entire landmass right there is very potentially down the road going to have to go, but we're probably looking at after episode 200 for something like that. But yeah, I'm happy with this. This is starting to look really, really, really cool. City docks coming along. I think what I'm going to do, just so I have it set up, is I'm going to take the remainder of my cobblestone, which I don't have that much, and I'm just going to go along this whole wall, like 3 or 6 tall, just so I can see that it's a wall. I think sometimes seeing that kind of stuff really helps to sort of, I don't know, like feel it? Does that make sense? Like you can feel it better if there's a little bit of height. Let's sleep and I'll do that. Oh man, this is going to be fantastic. Fantastic. I'm going to have to do a lot of laying out roads, a lot of landscaping probably before we even lay out the roads. I'm just kind of looking at how it is. There's a couple like places that I think would be nice for some little cliffs and things that would really probably help. Rather than do a nice rolling bank, I'd rather do a bit more of a jagged cliff. But yeah, you can start to see where the wall's going to be. You can see, ignore the dark oak trees. That's just my little mini dark oak farm that I have here in this world. Crop fields out there. So another thing we'll have to do eventually, we'll have to probably split this road and come in. Is there a way underneath this thing? Looks like there is. So we'll probably do like a road that kind of juts off and goes up around there, just so we can split the farmland in a few pieces. And yeah, man, this is nice. This is going to be really cool. It's going to be a really nice docks area. Now, for the design of the houses, and I realize that we're probably 2 more episodes away from doing the houses, I think I'm going to try maybe a little bit more row houses here. So by laying out the streets first, I'm going to have the ability to really butt them up against the streets. I didn't really do that over here. I kind of I don't mean it was haphazard, but because this was a procedurally generated village to start with, that sort of limited me on design for the place. So I just kind of took it and built around it, you know, and then let roads come sort of as they come. And you can kind of tell it's a little bit haphazard. But over in this area, I'm going to be able to lay out the roads first and landscape. Well, probably landscape first, lay out the road second, and then actually start putting down houses here. And it's going to be really, really nice. In addition to working on some towers in the wall and a lot more dock upgrades and things like that. But we have a great start to this, and I'm very, very happy about it. So I will leave it there. We're going to leave it there today because we have a lot of work done. And the next episode, probably going to do some landscaping in this place. And then next episode is going to be the world download for patrons and YouTube members. They get it every 5 episodes. Everyone else gets it every 25 episodes. Nice little way that I can give back a little bit of something to people who help support me and keep this channel running. So I will see you all next episode from Bedrock Survival with Fix. Leave a like if you like it, and a comment, and let me know what you think of the progress of this video coming so far. Okay, we'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody.